Alright guys, we have a new update incoming for Zenless Zone 0. We are about to enter the second phase of the 1.7 update, which means we're getting brand new banners, new events, quests, rewards, and a lot more. New banners and a few events are expected to come out this week. All of the new banners will be coming out by tomorrow, and remember, since it's the second phase of this update, no maintenance will be needed, so it will be all coming out right away after Vivian banner leaves. So in this video, let's go over what we can expect to drop in Zenless for this week and for the rest of the 1.7 version update. We have a lot of hype stuff to mention in this video, and I'm sure a lot more news about the anniversary update will also be coming out very soon. So for those who want to be kept updated on everything Zenless, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also put those notifications on. I'm also currently doing a Battle Pass giveaway on the channel for hitting 7,000 subscribers. So I'll be choosing a few subscribers in the comment section to then win a free Battle Pass. But alright, let's get right into it and talk about what's coming for the second phase of the 1.7 version update. Starting off with the brand new character banners. Similar to the first phase, we're also getting two brand new characters. The first one is our new release. We have the S-rank character Yugo. Now Yugo is going to be a ice attack type character, providing a lot of damage to your team, and also said to have amazing synergy with other characters like Lycon, Ambi, Nicole, and even Lighter. Speaking of Lighter, he'll actually be the second character coming out for this week alongside Yugo's banner, so we'll be getting both the Lighter's banner and Yugo banner in this phase. We have the Ruin banner for Lighter. He's going to be a S-rank fire stun character, which makes for a pretty good update for those who were waiting for more male characters to appear in Zenless Zone 0. So for those who wanted more male characters, this patch is definitely for you. Now for the featured A-ranks on both the Lighter banner and Yugo banner, we have Sukaku, a ice support character, and Anton, a electric attack type character. So these two are going to be featured on both of the banners, and these are pretty much the official banners that will be dropping for the second phase of the 1.7 update. Now you guys let me know if you are pulling for Yugo or Lighter, or are you guys simply saving up for the upcoming update, which is definitely not a bad choice as we're about to enter the 2.0 update. The first year anniversary update is going to be right after, which is looking pretty hype, but still let me know your plans down below. But alright, now let's move on and talk about Yugo's engine, because as expected, we're also going to be getting Yugo and Lighter W Engine banners, and we finally have a look at what the details of what Yugo Engine looks like. So let's go over it and see what it's all about. Alright, so pulling up Yugo's W Engine here, called the Myriad Eclipse. It's going to be a crit rate 24% main stat W Engine, perfect for a main DPS like Yugo. The base attack on it is also 713. Now for the passive effect, which we had no confirmation beforehand, is now going to be increased crit damage by 45%, pretty good. And then when using the EX special attack, Chin attack, or ultimate to deal ice damage, the equipper then gains absolute 0 death sentence effect for 3 seconds. While this effect is active, the character ignores 25% of the enemy defense when landing a hit. This is definitely going to be his best in slot as a main DPS character. This provides some crazy buff, ignores 25% defense, and then the crit damage 45% with the crit rate main stat. This is pretty much giving him everything he needs, so definitely cracked. This could be really broken on in pretty much any other character that deals ice damage. The crit damage, the 45% is unconditional, but the 25% defense, you do need to do ice damage in order to activate it. But this could go on any stun character that deals ice damage. Even I would say Lighter could make pretty good use from this. But right, so we mentioned all the new banners that are on the way to drop tomorrow. Now to mention new events and content. So we have a few things coming out for this week. The first mention is this event right here called Enna Into Your Lap. This event is going to be starting tomorrow as well. Here you can obtain a total of 7 Bupon upon logging in for 7 different days. But that's not all that we're getting in the game, because we're getting a second event called Springtime Snapshot starting tomorrow as well, giving you some free polychromes and some free materials, which is pretty nice. And then on Friday, we're getting something else, which is going to be the Deadly Assault. That will also be resetting with new bosses and reclaimable rewards. So for those who have not completed the latest one yet, do it now before it resets. You'll have the week to do it. You can even use the new characters that are coming out tomorrow to do it. Then on Friday, it's going to reset once again to give even more materials and rewards, which is pretty good. Now the last event to mention is coming out a bit later. This is the Tail Looking Through the Glass event, which is coming out next week on Monday, giving us nice rewards like more polychromes and materials. I also saw they should be announcing a few additional social media events on their Twitter account for any of those people who are interested and want to participate. Sometimes these events provide some easy pulls to get. But aside from that, we're still getting a few good in-game events for the first week of the 1.7 second phase update. So went over all the events that we can expect for this week. The 1.7 update in terms of event is looking quite decent. I remember in my latest pull count video for the 1.7 update, we calculated that for this update, we'll be getting around 12,000 polychromes, and keep in mind, that is if you complete all the content, even completing the dailies every single day, every reset, you'll get an estimate of around 12,000 over the entire patch, which is why I like to know, what do you guys think? Are we getting enough pulls for this update, or should they give us more pulls from these events? I would say they should really give us a bit more from these events. One thing I did notice when doing my last breakdown on the pull count was that it did seem quite low compared to previous updates. We've been on an incline. The 1.4 update, we started off at like 24,000 polychromes, and now we trickled down to up to half of that, which is pretty insane. But 1.4 was still a pretty high patch with the full overhaul of the game, as well as the free S rank. But still, if we're talking about the 1.7 update, free-to-play players can only get around 90 pulls. You do get a little bit more with the Battle Pass and subscription, but still, let's hope that these next few patches can offer us a bunch more rewards. Now, thankfully, from what we've covered about the 2.0 update, the first year anniversary for Zenless Zone 0, they'll be giving us around 30 pulls completely free right away, with 2 S-rank selectors and a bunch more, which is definitely going to give us a much higher pull count than this update. So this is really good news. But overall, hopefully it stays that way for even after the anniversary. We'll have to see. But until then, guys, if we get any more updates, I got you guys covered right here on the channel. But for now, this pretty much concludes the 1.7 second phase update video. And again, let me know down below, what are your plans going into this update? For me, I'd say I'm gonna have to skip Yugo for this phase, as we're around the 2.0 update, and the 2.0 update is looking really insane. My favorite character actually being Jufufu, so I'm probably gonna go for her instead. I'm really big fan of the character. Jufufu looks really fun to play with the Beyblade attacks. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys are going to be doing, and if you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, put those notifications on. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. The rules will also be in the comments down below. We're nearly about to hit 8,000 subscribers as well, which means I'll give out even more battle passes in upcoming videos. But for now, guys, that is all for this one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.